to Straight Out of Savannah, Talking with Tammy, a podcast that showcases people you may not know who are choosing to use their gifts to inspire and move the planet.
Alrighty, I am here with my guest, Shaista Fatehali, and I'm so excited for her to join us. She's going to share a little bit about what she does, and then we're going to talk about it. Shaista?
Hi! Thank you for having me on. I'm so excited for this.
And I'm so glad to have you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome being here. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. We've been having such a wonderful time. She and I have been chatting and talking about her business that is going to revolutionize the planet.
Oh, I hope so.
Speak that for her because it is such a needful and necessary thing that she's doing. So tell us about it, Shaista.
Yeah, so I'll start off with what I am doing in my day job. So I am a teacher, and I've been teaching now for 14 years. And I teach kindergarten and grade 1. So it's a really cute little, fun little age, and I love everything about them. I love the connections that I make with them and the I love yous and seeing them grow and blossom, especially with them moving on to like grade 2 to grade 3 to grade 7 and beyond and seeing all of that. But lately I've been feeling, the last few years I've been feeling as though there's a lot of pressure on our kids. So I feel like they really need to be somewhere where someone else is telling them where they need to be. So there's not a lot of opportunity for them to really think about who they are, to practice things like self-love, to practice mindfulness, to practice strategy, even put into place strategies that help honor your negative thinking, really looking into that negative thinking and making it into a positive state of mind. And I feel like you hear a lot of these buzzwords like growth mindset or grit, but there's not a lot of strategies, right? I mean, with classroom teachers, I feel like we're so, a lot of the times there's a lot of pressure on us to ensure that the kids are reading at a certain level. And if they're reading at that certain level, then push them on to go even further. So the academics piece is quite huge. And there's not a lot of emphasis on the self, really, right? So I decided then to create a place for kids called Thrive Kids. And at Thrive Kids, we learn about techniques on finding your own uniqueness and accepting yourself. We even talk about neural pathways in your brain and how that, can relieve anxiety. We talk about finding dragons in your body and what that feels like. So the dragon of self-doubt or the dragon of fear and what you can do to overcome that. And so Thrive Kids is really a place where people come together, kids come together, and we look at strategies to overcome these negative limiting belief systems and really look at our positive belief systems and supporting belief systems and really help us to round out ourselves and to push further and to push along. And so from Thrive Kids came about Thrive Girls, which is an amazing program, and it occurs in 2 locations at the same time on the same day, which is really amazing because there's just so much magic happening, it feels like. And so these girls come together and they tell you the feeling of oneness or community or tribe. It's kind of like a sister soul circle, but with these young girls. And from the first class until the last class, you can see how much of a community they have.
Nice.
The kind of activities that we do, we really focus on looking out into ourselves and looking at ourselves from a compassionate point of view. So, for example, like when we look into a mirror right now, we're constantly filled with negative beliefs, right? Like my hair doesn't look good, I need to put on makeup or whatever it is. So we try to really look at that and replace it with positive belief statements.
Nice.
So it's been an amazing program, and the girls also become involved in a humanitarian passion project. So they are able to really think of ways to help the community or beyond at large. So this term for Project Self, they decided that they have we're really lucky to live here, and we have a lot of school supplies, for example. Mm-hmm. But in other places, there aren't as many school supplies. So they are collecting different packages and school supplies to donate to a place in Africa. And this all came about, and it came about with the girls. So imagine that sense of empowerment that they have.
Yes.
So now they know they have the strength within themselves using all the skills that we did at Thrive Girls. And they're now embarking it towards a different mission that still will affect them. Yeah, so it's amazing. It's amazing what it's done so far.
That is amazing. That is outstanding, because what it's doing is creating that culture within them so they can take it on as they grow.
Exactly. And that's what I feel like is missing a lot. And you see so much, the rate of suicide has just gone up quite a bit.
Yes.
And in particular with young kids, right? I mean,
yes.
Yeah, it's difficult to think about what the world is going to look like knowing what we see right now.
Right. You are absolutely correct. Because the thing is if we don't step in and do something, like the project that you do now, is this also nonprofit or is it for profit?
So it's not officially registered nonprofit, but it is a nonprofit in the sense where a lot of the girls there's no profit made. So I've gotten sponsorships from different companies to help pay for supplies and help pay for rental space, for example. So there's no cost to the participants who can't afford to pay it. And if they are able to, give a little bit amount of money towards a humanitarian cause, then they do that. But
awesome.
Yeah. So my school district is also really interested in taking this on with all the different schools. And so exactly. And there's not going to be there's no cost associated with that because we have the space then, right? And all the supplies. So, yeah.
So this is something that in your vision, do you envision taking this nationally or internationally?
Oh, I would absolutely love to. And so what I would love to, so I have a product line which encompasses all the activities that we do that I've developed and all of the intentions behind all of the products. So it's not like you get, for example, a wishing jar. So you wouldn't just get a wishing jar and be like, oh, this is cool, let's just put this over here. But it's more of what you're going to do with that and the kind of work you're going to do around that. And so I've developed all of it. So it's been accumulating into subscription packages that people can subscribe to, either like one time or if they want to purchase multiple ones. And it does a lot of the same stuff as Thrive Kids does. If they're not able to attend a class. But we also have online work that we do as well. But the subscription packages, the inspirational jewelry really speaks to a lot of what the kids are going through.
That is amazing. I'm just blown away by even your passion for the project.
Yeah, thank you. You know what? And I think, I've always, as far as I can remember, wanted to be a teacher. And it's just really thinking about it lately. What is it about teaching that I like? And so I swear, thought that I was just the odd one out, the odd teacher who could not teach to the curriculum. It just didn't fit with my belief system.
Yes.
And I just thought something was wrong with me, and maybe I'm not cut out to do this. But the connections with the kids, with the families, I still get emails from kids that I taught long ago, and how
Wow.
much of a difference. And that is what I love. And that is what I want to share with the rest of the world.
That is amazing. Because, I think about, there was one teacher that really got my heart. And I still remember her name. To be honest with you, I was trying to see if I could find her on Facebook.
Oh, right? Yeah.
Because she was so amazing. But of course, I don't know her first name.
Oh, right.
But Mrs. Reed she was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, she inspired me to, I was always a good student.
Yeah.
But she inspired me so. And sixth grade, I had her. And she had handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
We got an A. You had to do it every semester, quarter, whatever it was, until you got an A.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't get an A before, the end of the year, you did it all year.
Wow.
She had us doing handwriting because she said that when she went to college, she got an F on a paper because the teacher said they couldn't understand her handwriting.
Right. See, there you go. Yeah.
So she wanted, her students to be able to write.
Mm-hmm.
So we all did handwriting, and I credit my good handwriting from her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And
now the kids don't need handwriting because they type.
exactly, right? So because they type, exactly. And that's the thing, like, what kind of skills do we want our kids to learn, right?
Right. So were you raised holistic? Because it sounds like you are trying to put together like a holistic program, or that you have put together like something holistic. Were you raised that way?
Yeah, like I'm very faith-based, so I'm very strong within my faith, and within my community. But was I raised that way? I think that came more from inside of me.
Okay.
So I just had this desire within me to live this way, and to teach this way, and teach it to my own daughter as well. But yeah, I wouldn't say I was really raised this way, but it came about this way.
That is awesome. That's awesome. I always want to know that, because I noticed that a lot of us on this journey, we weren't raised that way.
Exactly.
Just like you said, it came from inside, and it was something that, intuitively that came to us. And we said, hey, this is what we have to do. This is how we are going to, change the world.
Yeah, and I feel like, as a child, I had a lot of struggles growing up. So there was a lot of family stuff I had to deal with, and a lot of, I was in a community where there wasn't a lot of diversity. So there was a lot that I had to struggled with, quite frankly.
Yes.
And there weren't any skills or any tools or people that I could really turn to. And I had to find ways within myself, within my own faith, to get to where I am now. But I know why I had to go through all those struggles, because now I know how it feels for these kids, and I'm able to connect on that level because I've been there, right? So everything that I do is not only, so I'm doing my doctoral degree as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm doing that. So everything that I'm doing is based on research, but it's not just on research. I don't just like to see it in a book. I want to make sure it works. And so everything that I've done has worked.
Okay.
So it's, they're sessions and activities, and the lessons are based on real connections.
Oh, that is powerful.
Yeah, no, it's really great.
Yeah, and it's so needful. It's something that we need in this society, because the children, just like you said, they push the curriculum so hard.
Yeah.
That, you know, they're not mindful. They're even pulling what physical education and stuff basically out
Yeah.
of the curriculum, so the kids, you know, are not even moving.
No, and I heard somewhere they even got rid of recess.
Yes, 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 yes. A lot of places have gotten rid of recess. They've gotten rid of art classes and music classes.
My gosh.
Help the kids to connect.
Wow, that is just, oh, it's so heartbreaking.
It is. It really is, because I enjoyed all those classes. You know.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
and then what do you say to that child who, so just the other day, my daughter was trying to sing in a microphone, and she said, when I grow up, I really want to be a singer.
Oh,
And
awesome.
yeah, which is so great. But then I just think, like, there's so many kids who might want to be a singer, but they are told they should not because they need to do
You'll never make it.
exactly, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like if we get rid of these kinds of classes, they're really core classes, aren't they? Because
I
they
think so.
really get them to grow and learn in a different way.
Yes.
Right?
And just like you said, what about the kids that are, you know, naturally gifted in those areas?
Exactly.
You know, we had kids that could draw. Oh my God.
Oh yeah. No, for
Like,
sure.
you know what I mean? They need to be nurtured.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Thing, because you know there are kids that, you know, already have, they're gifted.
Oh, definitely.
Some nurturing, you know, and a lot of them, they might not be able to afford to send them to a outside class, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really dependent on you being able to provide that, right? Somehow, and nurturing that ability and capability and seeing it grow and seeing it through, developing that mindset around it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you had some success stories with the Thrive Kids?
Yeah, I did. So I have a few girls in Thrive Girls who come from broken homes. So they moved from like their mom's place to their dad's place, like during the week. So one of the activities we did, this was through Project Love. So we're talking about love for ourselves, each other in our group, and in the community. And one of the projects they had to do with it's a rock basically, right? And they were putting messages on there for themselves. So this girl was feeling lost between the two places. So she took what she did at Thrive Girls and she would transfer it with her to and from each place.
Okay.
So she felt such a strong sense of connection to herself because of all of that, right? So because of those skills, and she just felt so confident. And yeah, the kind of stories that I hear from the parents, from the girls themselves, the amount of confidence they have grown in and been able to reflect on themselves as a person has been really, really great.
You know, that has to like really warm your heart.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely. It makes everything worth it.
Because I believe that, you know, because to be honest with you, when I started this podcast, it was a dream, but it was one of those things where, you know, I said, oh, I can't do this, you know, and then who am I to do it? You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's the imposter syndrome that comes. Comes, right? Yeah.
Yes, that's awesome. Your dark is nice.
Oh yeah, it's is it too dark over here?
No, it looks wonderful. I love it.
Okay, yeah, we're right up on near like the mountain area, so you can see like the trees and yeah, all of that outside.
I love the mountains. That's kind of where I live too.
Oh, it's so beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
Love it. Yeah.
I'm used to the water because I'm from Georgia.
Oh yeah.
From the coast, so I'm from the the beaches right where I'm from.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I love the beach and I love the water, but I've grown a love for the mountains.
Oh yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's the nice thing about living here in Vancouver. You get the mountains and you get the ocean, so it's nice.
Oh, you're in Vancouver?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought you were in California. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
Vancouver.
awesome. I've been to Vancouver actually once.
So nice here, isn't it?
Yeah, I used to live in Washington State.
Oh yeah, so it's an easy drive down.
Yeah, we drove. It was let's see, what year was that? It was 1990.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Nice.
Because we were like, we're so close.
Yeah.
You know, we got to drive because, you know, my husband and I both, this was my first husband, we're from Georgia. So when he got stationed out there, we were like, we got to go to Canada.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Totally.
Beautiful. I was like, this is so nice, you know?
No, it's awesome. It's beautiful here.
I can imagine, but cold though, right?
You know what? Not here. It's not too cold here. More Alberta, Saskatchewan, Edmonton, Toronto. Toronto's cold.
So your weather's kind of like Washington weather.
Yeah, it's exactly like Washington weather.
Okay, because I like Washington. I didn't, after a while, the rain, you know, got too
Yes, that's what we have here. It's the rain. It's the rain for sure. Yeah.
It's like, it's so beautiful. And I used to laugh because you walk outside and the sun would be shining and then 5 minutes later it would be raining. But the sun's still shining.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, hair, you know,
everything. Yeah, no, for sure. It's
right.
Totally, it's like
well,
that.
I'm excited just to talk to you because I think that what you're doing is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I think it's going to, you know, change the world, to be honest with you.
Oh, thank you. I really do pray for that. I do. It's something that's very, you know, when you come to a point where you know you need to do something and you just do it.
Yes.
Yeah, you just.
I do.
Yeah.
I started this because I was like,
exactly.
You know, I kept saying, well, I don't have this, you know, because I watched the videos, how to create a podcast, you know, and they're like, oh, you need this, you need that, you need this. And I was like, well, I don't have all that stuff, and I really can't afford to buy it right now. Yeah. Like, okay, well, so then I got a camera, a little thing, you know, that I'm looking at right now. And I got the little light because I was like, you know, I need a little bit more light. And I got one of those microphone things, you know, ball, whatever. And I said, you know what? And so one day, the Spirit said to me, you need to start this thing.
Yeah.
And so I just started talking to people because, to be honest with you, I feel like I'm in my zone of genius and I love this. And this is how I do it. I do just the conversation. And I think it's amazing. You know?
Oh, it's so great. It's so great what you're doing. And it enables people to get their word out.
Yes.
So you're helping people to monopolize what they're doing for other people, you know, making that difference. So
I love it. I think it's like, you know, so amazing because the thing is there are so many people out there that, you know, are doing wonderful things like what you're doing, and they just need people to see them. You know?
Exactly.
And I love it. You know, and to be honest, it's amazing for me because I've met some amazing people. You know, just conversation, it's like, wow, you know, she's doing that, you know, because some things you can't even imagine. So this is something I never would have even thought about, you know what I mean? But it's so needful.
Yeah, exactly. And it's true. Like, I feel like everyone, I mean, we're all here for a reason, right? There's a reason we are all here. And we need to connect with that and build a tribe around that and share that with each other, not in competition or anything like that, but right, as unity, as humankind, basically.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. You know, and the thing is I tell people, I said, I like to do this show and I enjoy it. You know what I mean? I said, I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy the connection, you know, and I enjoy, you know, spotlighting people, saying, hey, this is what she's doing. You know what I mean? And regardless of if it's a person that's even doing the same thing that I'm doing, I got a couple of people I'm interviewing. We have very similar visions.
Right, exactly.
He said, you know what though? Come on. You know, I'm not it's no competition because
Oh.
God has a place for everyone.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is too, the people that are attracted to me are attracted to me. The people are
Yep.
attracted to you are attracted to you. People
Mhm.
are attracted, everybody has their person because a lot of people, what I'm learning is that, a lot of people can't take me because I'm direct.
Right.
I don't sugarcoat nothing. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm just going to tell you.
Yep, exactly. And that's you, right? So,
Exactly.
yeah.
But everybody's not like that, and everybody can't deal with that. And I realized that, and because I had a girl telling me, she said, well, you need to just, when you put your stuff out there, you just need to tell them, give them the link to book and this and that. I was like, no, I got to do a call with them.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's
Yeah.
everybody's not ready for my brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody can't take that. A lot of people are like, well, you hurt my feelings when you told me. I'm like, well, okay, so what?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, right? Like and you're doing you, right? So,
Right.
yeah.
So, but do you find that in helping the kids, you help the parents as well?
Oh my gosh. Not only do I help the parents, I feel like I help myself a lot of the time.
Awesome. Yes.
So like a lot of these things like that I share. I mean, the best way to learn is when you're doing it when you're teaching it too, right? And so there's only certain things that you can learn from reading a book. But when you're actually doing it and you are talking about it with the kids and seeing the impact that it has on the parents, you as a person who's delivering it learns so much more as well. Yeah, and in terms of the parents, oh yeah, they're just like, oh, you got to do this just for us, like, because it's so amazing. Because it's just stuff that we don't or haven't been taught, right? Or there hasn't been emphasis, or we haven't looked for it. So. This is an opportunity for them to see that, hey, this is important and it is here and it's here for a reason and it's here to stay.
Yes.
So, yeah, and looking into it.
Yes, that is amazing because the thing is what I'm finding is that people are awakening and they're looking for healing.
Yes.
And what you're providing really is healing.
Yeah. It definitely is. And there's so much trauma that a lot of us have gone through or will go through in the future. And it's important to have preventative measures to help a lot of our kids who may be going through this or will be going through this in the future.
Okay. Yes. Absolutely. I agree completely.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like the rate of suicide deaths is just so high now, right? And if there's anything that anyone can do to help stop that, then we should do that all together.
Yes, exactly. And the thing is it's like where I work, I deal with that quite often. And the thing is we have it's another girl that works with me, and she said, the drugs don't work. and we think about that thing because a lot of times they come in, they throw drugs at them.
Oh yeah.
Put them on this, put them on that. They're in major depression.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. And so, when she said that, I thought about it. I was like, you know what? She's right.
Oh, she's totally right.
Because what it is they gotta get their mind right. They gotta do a mindset change.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like sometimes you do need to have medication to help brain chemistry, but it can't be the only thing, right? You need a mindset change and you need skills that you can use in your daily lives, right?
Yes. To me, it's like weight loss. So I need to lose some weight. I looked at the scale and I avoided it for a month.
Yeah.
And then I got on it and I was like, oh, yeah, no, I got to do something,
Yeah, exactly.
You can take a pill, you can take a pill, you can do shots, there's so many things now that you can do.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you still have to deal with your mindset.
Oh, you do. Yeah.
Because if you do, a lot of people, I've seen them, they lose weight, they do pills and shots, and oh my God, they lose so much weight, 50, 75 pounds or whatever. And next thing you know, they done put 100 back on.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Because they haven't changed
the mindset.
Yeah. The behaviors, the mindset, those limiting belief systems within themselves, right?
Yeah, because you think about it. If you believe it, then that's so for you.
Exactly.
Your perception, right?
Exactly. It's so true.
So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I didn't think I had one more question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So when you conceived this project, what was your vision for it?
So to be honest, when I first conceived it, I wanted a place where I could hold a space for them, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, where kids could just be themselves. And they can use the skills that I'm able to teach in order to attain all of the dreams and wishes that they want, and to look at themselves as a person, have a sense of self. And it just evolved from there with the whole Thrive Girls piece, because I noticed that, so I had a lot of girls in my Thrive Kids program, and there's just different stuff that girls go through,
Yes.
There's body image, there's eating disorders, there's so much that girls, and I'm not saying boys don't have to go through this, but I think it's
more prevalent in girls.
It's way more prevalent in girls, and the media contributes to it so much.
Yep, they do.
Yeah, and so that's why a lot of the voices that they hear are, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not skinny enough. So it's important for all of them.